Stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, and I think our members of Troop 41 are going to lead us in the pledge tonight.
Okay, does somebody want to go up to the mic?
Do you guys want to come up to the mic?
Come on up. Come on. Why don't you guys come up here?
Yeah. You can come up here.
Right
Come up
here.
here. Come right
Come
up
up
here.
right up here.
We'll turn a couple of them around for you.
So we can hear you. So try not to fight.
Ready? Ready? Oh, there you go, Denise.
2, 3.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Superintendent.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to start tonight with the COVID data for the city and the schools. I did attach in my report the historic from the beginning of the year to be able to look back at the data. As of the 19th, we had 11 positive cases in the schools, and just comparing that to the 13th, it was down 2 cases. Cases in the city have seemed to flatline in some ways. They're staying pretty steady, and we haven't seen much growth there. And on the state side, I attached the 4 metrics that the state uses on their COVID dashboard. Cases, hospitalization, testing are all down. Now, a very popular topic, snow days. Without the ability to use remote instruction to count towards our time on learning requirements, MPS will use traditional snow days this year should inclement weather require us to cancel school. I just wanted to give you that update just in case. We haven't heard anything. I don't expect to hear anything about that moving forward. Now it's my pleasure to recognize a couple students, and Mr. Riley's going to assist me with this. So I'm going to do the first one, and I'd like to first recognize Heath Sanio. Heath, you out there? Come on up with Mr. Riley to the podium. I get to talk about you now and how great you are. So it's a great privilege that I'm able to recognize Heath as a recipient of the 2021 Massachusetts Association of School Superintendents Award. Heath can be characterized as curious and thoughtful in the way he tackles opportunity. At MHS, Heath is committed to a member of our music program. He is the low brass section leader in the marching band and is the first and only trombone in the wind ensemble. In addition to his participation in the music program, he's been very involved in our robotics program. Heath was first introduced to the VEX robotics curriculum while in middle school. His resulting love for robotics has led him to become the president of the MHS Robotics Club, and despite all of his hard work at MHS, Heath still finds time to teach a variety of martial arts, including karate. He's a first-degree black belt and has been involved in the sport for 11 years. He's also a dedicated student with a 4.82 cumulative grade point average to date, and he has completed 5 advanced placement courses and is recognized by the College Board as an AP Scholar and a distinguished member of the National Honor Society. As a senior, he's currently enrolled in 3 additional AP courses and continues to excel in advanced coursework within our music department. Heath is very interested in pursuing a degree in engineering in college. He's leaning towards electrical engineering, but knows some aspect of engineering will be the path for him. Congratulations to Heath on his past, present, and future achievements. So I'd like to present, this is the Certificate of Academic Excellence from the Massachusetts Association of School Superintendents.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Great job.
Great job.
Wait, Mike.
So to make sure we have appropriate picture time, we're going to do all 3, then we're going to do some pictures up front, okay? If that pleases the committee.
That's perfect. That works. Thank you.
And now Mr. Riley is going to present 2 awards as well.
Thank you, Superintendent Bergeron. Thank you for having us tonight for this awesome student recognition opportunity. Courtney, can I please invite you to come up and stand next to me while I read all these wonderful things about you? So the National School Development Council provides us with 2 awards each year to recognize student excellence in academics. It is with great privilege that we recognize Courtney Sweeney as a recipient of the 2021 NESDEC Award. Courtney is a true leader at Marlborough High School. As a thoughtful, hardworking member of our school community, Courtney serves as secretary for the Business Professionals of America. Courtney is involved in the music program, serving as the concertmaster for our orchestra. During her years at MHS, Courtney has been a member of our National Honor Society and our Tri-M Honor Society. Courtney is a distinguished athlete. She has been a member of the varsity soccer team since sophomore year and is currently captain during her last year of high school. She pairs her success on the soccer field with success in the track and field. Courtney competed at states as a member of the 4x400 meter relay team. Courtney has successfully completed 5 advanced placement courses and is recognized by the College Board as an AP Scholar. She is currently enrolled in 4 additional AP courses during her senior year. She is ranked in the top of her class with a GPA of 4.94. Courtney is an intelligent young woman with a bright future ahead of her. Courtney is exploring the options of playing soccer in college and is undecided on a college major with interests in journalism, biology, and film media studies. Congratulations to Courtney on her past, present, and future success. Caitlin, can I please invite you to come up as well? It is with great privilege that we recognize Caitlin Lee as a recipient of the 2021 NESDEC Award. Caitlin can be characterized as a caring, thoughtful, and poetic person. She acknowledges and extends gratitude to her tight network of support of family and close friends. No obstacle is too big for Caitlin with her can-do attitude. During her years at MHS, Caitlin has been an active member of the National Honor Society and the National Business Honor Society. At MHS, Caitlin volunteers her time as a peer mentor and helped conceive the idea for the MHS Talk Club. This club provides students with an opportunity to share their stories of trial and success with their peers. In addition to her many activities at MHS, Caitlin manages to find time to work as a barista at the local Starbucks. This is a job that she is very happy with and enjoys very much. Caitlin is currently ranked in the top of her class with a 4.83 cumulative GPA. To date, Caitlin has successfully completed 4 advanced placement courses and is recognized by the College Board as an AP Scholar. As a senior, she is currently enrolled in 3 additional AP courses and 2 college-level courses offered through our early college program. Caitlin is very interested in pursuing a degree in criminology or criminal justice in college. She believes a career in that field would be fulfilling and rewarding. Congratulations to Caitlin on her past, present, and future accomplishments.
If I could ask the committee if we could use the backdrop and invite the students up to, so we can have some
Right here?
picture opportunities for the
Stand back here.
families, that would be fantastic. If we could take a pause for a moment.
Oh, they don't want, you want us out?
No. If we could use the backdrop and have the committee stand in the back,
And they stand in front of
and the
us?
kids can come up and we can take a
I
picture.
was what?
You were right, you were right.
I thought they were sick of you. Come on up.
Hey, Dan. Go around the corner, that corner.
Someone's got to take the picture.
No, but I think we have a couple photographers here. Doug, would you mind taking a picture for me? Thank you.
Move it down just a little bit, so it's not. There you go, buddy.
official photographer, Mr. Diaz. Come on up.
You can come up and take a picture if you want.
Want to see when the back vagina?
Hey, thank you.
Mr. Diaz.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is tonight's update from Finance and Operations.
Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is tonight's update from Finance and Operations. First, a quick operations update. The district continues working with North Reading Transportation to recruit additional drivers for the Marlborough Public Schools. Since the start of the school year, we've trained 3 drivers successfully, and we're currently testing in the next week 3 additional drivers. Even with those 6 drivers, we're still looking for 5 or more CDL drivers for Marlborough. We encourage all community members who are interested to apply. They can reach out to me directly for additional information. We also have custodial and translator interpreter positions currently open. And again, these are great opportunities for folks right here in Marlborough. And my email is ddiaz@mps-edu.org, and I would love to tell you more about it if you're interested. The Boys and Girls Clubs. The Boys and Girls Clubs currently have a wait list for the elementary programs due to a staffing shortage. They are working diligently to secure additional staff, which will open up more spots for the MPS programs. There is some availability remaining at the Pleasant Street Club, and parents who are interested in a before and after school program may reach out to the Boys and Girls Club directly at 508-485-4912. FY23 budget calendar. Superintendent's leadership team proposes the following FY23 budget calendar. February 8th, the superintendent's budget recommendation will be delivered to the school committee. On February 16th, we will host a workshop on a Wednesday at 6 p.m. to review the budget request with the school committee. On March 8th, the school committee would agree on a FY23 budget figure for the public hearing. And on the 22nd, we would host a public hearing. And then on April 1st, the school committee budget will be sent to the mayor and the city council. I just wanted to highlight that normally there is a 2-week gap between when the school committee first receives the budget and the budget workshop. That 2-week would bring us to the February vacation on February 2022. So we're recommending that we do just a 1-week gap between you receiving the budget and us hosting that workshop.
Can I add one thing to that, Doug? And just so we all know, we do have a meeting scheduled on February 22nd. We had talked about it last year. We hadn't come to a resolution. I guess my recommendation for the committee would be, since we're going to have if we do have a budget hearing on the 16th, that we don't meet on the 22nd. I don't think we're going to have very good attendance for that meeting during February vacation.
But we don't have to do that today.
Don't have to do it today. You're correct.
Any questions, Mr. Diaz? Seeing none. Ms. O'Brien?
Good evening. Marlborough Public Schools is in the process of submitting our October 1 student data report to DESE. Below is an overview of some of the data highlights in comparison to student data from October 1st of 2020. I also included the 2019 data so you have a 3-year historical view. Under the 2019 McKinney-Vento, I did put an asterisk there on that number. I do think that that's a reporting error, and I suspect that families that did receive permanent housing weren't taken off of the rolls for that. I'm still looking into that. But given the total number for last year and the total current number this year, I do not think that the actual number for 2019 was as high as what was reported. So overall, there's There has been a consistent increase in the number of English learner students enrolling in the district. RPOC is still receiving enrollment applications from families on a regular basis. Currently, there's an 8% increase in EL students from this time last year, with 85 more students still in the process of registering. Existing EL staff can provide instruction to accommodate for the current increase. However, there may be staff recommendations for the upcoming budget plan if this trend continues. Special education out-of-district placements has been stable over the last 2 years. While the number of students reported as homeless is fewer at this time last year, we continue to have additional families identified on an ongoing basis due to loss of housing. Our wraparound service staff is immediately reaching out to these families to provide support. And the district is receiving an increase in notification from DCF that students are being placed in foster placements. Transportation has been challenging, and DCF social workers are collaborating to provide assistance or to help in order to keep children still enrolled in Marlborough Public Schools for consistency. So some of that might be the social worker might try to help provide a ride, or working with the foster family on seeing if they can provide transportation, or at least getting the child to a local bus stop if it's a neighboring town.
Any questions? Any questions from the committee? Ms. Matthews?
Thank you. On the McKinney-Vento, I think, I just said it to Ms. Bodenhender, I think 2019 was the year we had a bunch of kids living here in the hotels.
No, it went back, I think it was farther than that.
Was
It
it
was
further back than
Yeah.
that?
It was when Baker first came in office.
That far back? Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't think it was that far back, but, so, but whatever, you're looking into that. Question, on the homeschooling number, I know there was the jump last year because of COVID and choices. Did that number stay, do you think that number stayed relatively the same because of the COVID situation and people just not wanting to send their kids back?
I will defer to Mary Murphy to answer that.
I've talked to a number of families. They are planning on returning, but they're still staying up because of COVID.
Okay. And I did have one other.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, and then on the out-of-district placements, it looks like, I mean, there's a substantial reduction in the residential. Is that just people?
So that was something that we had identified a couple of years ago with the budget planning, that we had a number of students that were turning 22 and aging out. And fortunately, we haven't had many students who require residential placement at this time. So that's still within our budgets as far as the planning for the circuit breaker and the decreases in the reimbursements in that area.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Seeing none. Minutes of October 12th, 2021.
Motion to accept the minutes.
Motion made and seconded to approve. Any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor? Opposed? Carries. Public participation. Any public participation? Any public participation? Seeing none. Music department's out-of-state trip.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'm going to invite up Jonathan Rosenthal to speak about this, but I did want to just start by saying that with all of these types of field trips over the past year and a half that we've started to look at, I appreciate that the committee has given me somewhat of a leeway to decide in the future if you do approve it, but then give me the ability to work with our administrators and make the right choices at the time, because we're always looking several months in advance. So I just want to say I appreciate that. So, Mr. Rosenthal, please.
Excellent. Thank you for having us. It's nice to be here. It's nice to see you guys. I also invited Caleb Weldon. Caleb is our director for our Voices for Fire, and an awesome director at that. And Caleb is also running this national festival that we would like to bring our students. So we have a lot of great information up here. Oh, sorry.
I could hear you, Jonathan. As long as it's on, yeah.
So I'll start again. So my ask is a little different. Those of you that know me know that the music department has asked over the years, and we've been very proud to represent the public schools at national festivals. We would like to do it a little differently in that we would like to take a small group, our Voices Required group would like to attend the national festival in Orlando, Florida. This festival is currently being run by our own choral director, Mrs. McNulty, and our own Voices Required director, Caleb Weldon. And so we're excited for that. The recommendation is in front of you, and I'm here to answer any questions that you may have.
Questions from the committee? It's a pleasure.
I don't have any questions about this. I mean, it's a very thorough proposal. Looks like a lot of fun. Are the big trips not happening mostly because of COVID? or-
Yeah, I think what we want to do is we want to start small and build it back a little bit and learn from this, and then absolutely, the big trips are definitely on the plan for the future.
Thank you. So, move to approve the trip.
Motion made and seconded to approve. Any discussion? Ms. Matthews?
Just as the superintendent pointed out, prior to this is just with, obviously, our approval, if it passes, and his oversight, and, because a lot of planning does need to go into it, but obviously, whatever the times call for.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All those in favor? Opposed? Carries.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rosenthal.
Keep our fingers crossed.
Mr. Diaz?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have some budget transfers for the committee's consideration tonight. Here at ECC, we're requesting a transfer of $4,725 from salary reserve to offset overtime costs in the clerical support line and the teacher lane change. At Goodnow, requesting a transfer of $15,462 from salary reserve to offset a lane change, cost for a long-term substitute teacher, a vacancy that was filled over the budgeted amount, and overtime costs for custodians and the clerical staff. At Jarrick, requesting a transfer of $16,000 from salary reserve to offset a lane change and overtime costs for custodians and the clerical staff. At Kane, requesting a transfer of $2,700 from salary reserve to offset custodial overtime costs. At Richard, requesting a transfer of $4,700 from salary reserve to offset custodial overtime costs. At Whitcomb, requesting a transfer of $16,375 from salary reserve to offset 2 lane changes, 1 hire above the budgeted amount, and custodial overtime costs. At Marlborough High, requesting a transfer of $20,962 from salary reserve, reconciling some staffing location changes with the Hildreth program, a lane change, and costs for a long-term substitute teacher. Happy to answer any questions.
Motion to approve the transfers.
Motion made and seconded to approve. Any discussion? Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? Carries. Thank you very much. Policy 8.130, suspension and expulsion. This is for the first read, so we'll table it until the next meeting. Any questions on that? A little lost with the policy queen not here.
We don't have to vote to table.
Oh, no?
We don't have to vote to table.
No, it's our policy does that. Reports from committees, any reports? Any reports? Seeing none, members forum. Members forum. Ms. Matthews,
I have read the warrant and I have signed it.
fantastic. Any other members? No?
I'll do it on your behalf. Hopefully the weather holds out for Thursday.
What are you talking about? It's
The
gonna be
Horribles
beautiful.
Parade. Okay. It'll be beautiful, so Horribles Parade.
Horribles Parade, 4:30 to 5:30. Our own high school and middle school bands will be down there, wrapping it up at 5:30. Get down there early. There'll be tables of candy all over the place. And in the meantime, if you have an opportunity, drive around Union Common. We have scarecrows up all the way around, and they did quite a few this year. It's really, they did a great job. So, you know, if anyone has any additional scarecrows, get them down to their rec department, and they'll get them up for you. But looking forward to Thursday night. Sunday night is obviously Halloween. We're encouraging everyone to go out and be safe. You know, keep your distance as much as possible. If you're feeling sick, stay home. Call my office. I'll bring you down candy if you're sick. I don't want you out on the streets, but to all of you that are out driving that night, this time of the year, it's really, really difficult to see. So just please keep an eye out for all our kids. So.
And Tuesday's Election Day.
And Tuesday is Election Day.
And you can vote early, too.
You can vote early, too.
Early and often.
And Tuesday is a day off for
For
students.
school. Correct.
That is correct. It is a professional development day for the staff, so there is no school.
Excellent. Okay.
Do we
Motion
have
to
any
adjourn.
other announcements?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion made and seconded to adjourn. All those in favor? Opposed? Carries. Thank you very much. And thank you guys.